Well, good morning, everyone. And once again, welcome to another live this morning, and hope you're having a great start to your day as I get settled in here a little bit. And we'll say hello to a few friends. If I can see them coming up once you get your notifications. Nice to have you on this morning. Let me see here, saying hello to Andrea, numero uno, Mike from Norland. Let's see, Brahim, you three. Hi, guys. How are you? Okay, good to have you on with us this morning. Janice, Brampton, and Sandy, Fergus Falls, Minnesota. And let me see, that was Rosalinda. Kathy from Simcoe, good morning. Lynn from Aurora. John, how are you? Fran, Orangeville, good morning to you. And who was that? Halifax, that's Georgie, I'm sure of it. Wendy, Markham, Joyce, Jocelyn, sorry, from Sturgeon Falls. Nick from our staff, Kevin from sunny Oshawa, Mike, can't see anyone. Nina, Chatham, Rose, how are you? Doc McEwen from West Tennessee, Diney. And Brahim St. Pills, please. Yeah, we're coming. Dave, Muskoka, Lisa Marie, Elaine, St. John's, Newfoundland. Annette, how are you? And Springdale, Newfoundland. Sorry, I can't see it. I got bad background there. Lorraine, how are you? I can see. And I'm going to say that is Millica. Keith, Bell River. Arlene. Yeah. Patty, Sudbury. Linda. Oh, we love Linda's. Marilyn. Or was that Mary? Donna, Newfoundland. Yvonne, Petawawa, good morning. And Nativity, beautiful sunny day, beautiful here. Linda, Uppsala. Carol, Mount Pearl, Newfoundland. And Cheryl says, I'm here. Well, nice to see you, Cheryl. Yvette from Cuba. Chaz, USA. Lorraine, good morning. Lise, how are you? April, good morning. And Carol, up in the clouds again. Yeah, I miss a lot of people, Carol. Etta, Debbie, Nova Scotia. And Helga, how are you? Regina. And Donna, Bell Valley. Dave, how are you, my friend from Cardiff? Leela. Who else did I miss? Linda, St. Jude, Quebec. Heather, how is you? Noeline. And West Tennessee, who was that? Luella? Donna. Elaine. And Kevin is saying hi again. Hi, Kev. Marianne and Veronica, we love you guys. Thank you for coming on. Laurie, Cambridge. Sue, how is you? Kathy, how are you? Kristen, Sandy, Karen. Okay, one more. Annette, you made her. Okay, let's get going. Okay, guys, what I want to talk to you about this morning is why at the Martin Clinic, and guys, we were the first to say it, and we're consistent about it, and why we have added to metabolic syndrome. How do you diagnose metabolic syndrome? Okay. One or more of these biomarkers. When you look at blood, guys, really, really important to get these blood tests done. I can't emphasize it enough. And you know how the commercials go. Ask your doctor if this drug is good for you. Okay? Well, my commercial, Martin Clinic, ask your doctor to do these tests. They are the most important tests that you can get done. And here's what you need to do. One, all the testing for metabolic syndrome. Get your triglycerides and your HDL. So under lipids, they're going to do your cholesterol, total cholesterol, your non-cholesterol. They're going to do your HDL. They're going to do your LDL. And, okay. But what I'm interested in are the two components of metabolic syndrome. Triglycerides, which should be low, and HDL cholesterol, which should be high. Okay? You want them, you want your HDL high, you want your triglycerides low. Okay? That's the key for metabolic syndrome. It's very diagnostic, guys. Okay? Now, the other thing is, you don't have to get a blood test, but you can measure your blood pressure. Okay? And I'm always more interested in that second number. If it's over 90, your blood pressure, is higher than I like, and it's an indicator, again, of metabolic syndrome. The other thing is belly fat. Of course, it's 35 inches in a woman at the navel and 40 inches in a man. Okay? Right there. And the other one is your blood sugar, but I like the A1C test. If it's anything over 5.4, you and carbs ain't getting along. So don't try and fool yourself. I know it's still within normal limits, but if it's above 5.4, that's the sort of the sweet spot for blood sugar, okay? Now, what did we do at the Martin Clinic? We've added 2 more biomarkers to metabolic syndrome. And I'm telling you, it's going to come to pass, in my opinion, that people that really study insulin resistance, which is the cause of metabolic syndrome, okay, are going to add these 2. I'm sure of it, because the more research that is done, one is uric acid. Get your uric acid level. Because, okay, I'm going to ask a question. Close your books. Okay, let's see if you get this. I know you will, but I'm asking. Close your books. Okay, that was a frightening sound when I was in school, because I was a crammer and I wanted notice on tests. Give me some notice, 24 hours, you're going to be tested tomorrow. I was all right with that because I was a cramming specialist. But I didn't like, close your books. But you guys like it because you're so smart, okay? Close your books. When you think of uric acid, let me rephrase it. Because you guys, when the world thinks of uric acid, when your doctor thinks of uric acid, what are they thinking? Okay, what condition goes along with elevated uric acid according to your doctor and the world? Okay, so let's see the answers. Okay, April says her scroll isn't scrolling. Tina, you got it. You guys. Francis, you got it. Linda, I love those Lindas. And you got it. Carrie, you got it. Wendy, you got it. Keith, you got it. John says steak. Yeah, well, you know what, John? April, you got it. Marianne, you got it. And I can't see. That just went by me. Marie, you got it. Helga, you got it. Fran, you got it. And Douglas, you got it, you guys. Honest to God. Joanna, you got it. Sandy, you got it. And Deb, see, okay. Deb, and who else said that too? Melika, you got it. Lorraine, you got it. I don't want to miss anybody, but Teresa, you got it. Okay, I'm going to do one more. Jeanette, you got it. Anybody else that said gout? Cindy, you got it. And Brahim, you got it. Too much red meat and gout. Okay, you're right. You're right. You're right. Okay, Thea and everybody else. Okay, so the answer is gout. And the answer too is red meat, because when doctors think uric acid, they think of a word called purines. Okay? And when they think purines, they tell you to cut back on your red meat. Guys, okay? Not true. Okay? Not true. Red meat consumption, guys, is down 30% in the last 30 years. It's down 30%. People don't eat red meat like they used to. And the reason is, of course, gout is one of them. The biggest reason is because of cholesterol. Don't eat red meat. Gives you cholesterol, right? And cholesterol is the boogeyman. But you're right. Doctors, and when they think of gout, they think of red meat. And they shouldn't. Because red meat has nothing to do with gout. Let me prove it to you. Meat consumption, red meat consumption, down 30%. Gout is up 300%. Did you know that? Look, guys, gout is biblical. You know, like, gout has been around for centuries. I remember studying in school. Oh, gout, that's the rich man's disease. That's the king's disease. The king is eating too much red meat. No, he's not. The king is drinking too much wine. Fructose. Yeah. The biggest problem, okay, is fructose. And in the 1980s, think about it. What did the food industry, what did they do? They created a sugar. And it's different. Okay, like fructose. Sounds great. It sounds great, fructose. High fructose corn syrup. Sounds wonderful. Except it's made in the lab and it's it's fructose on steroids. It ends up in your liver in nanoseconds. Okay? And it's pushed the rate of gout up 300%. Like I said, gout's always been around. It's always been around. But we now measure high uric acid levels at the Martin Clinic as a biomarker for metabolic syndrome. Okay? Why do we do that? Because the biggest problem in uric acid, okay, and remember, you can have high uric acid and never get gout. Okay? As a matter of fact, most people that have high levels of uric acid, they don't even know what gout is. And again, most doctors never test for it unless they're suspicious that you have gout. That's too bad, because uric acid is a very, very important biomarker. It's really important. It tells you a couple of things. One, that you have insulin resistance, metabolic syndrome. It's a tremendous biomarker for metabolic syndrome. Secondly, when your uric acid levels are high in your blood, okay? When they're high, here's what generally is happening in the body. Yes, your insulin resistance is up. Your body at the cellular level, your cells are not sensitive to, you want your cells, okay, your muscle cells, your liver cells, your fat, you want them to be sensitive to insulin, okay? I'm a sensitive person. No, you want your cells to be sensitive. Why? Because if your cells are sensitive to insulin, it doesn't take a lot of insulin to get them to open up, to allow that glucose to come in to their cell. But what happens when they become resistant? Okay? You know the illustration I use? It's like a bad neighbor. They keep coming and knocking at the door, and you're tired of it. That's what happens at the cellular level when your insulin is too high, and you're always eating carbs, and you're eating sugars and crappy carbohydrates, bread, pasta, rice, cereal, sugar, sweets, pastries. You're drinking soda. You're drinking juice. What happens? Your cells go, would you get out of here, insulin? Every moment of the day you're knocking. Stop it. But insulin's got a job to do, and it'll come around and come around and come around until the day it don't come around much anymore because you're a diabetic and the insulin ain't even working anymore. Okay? That's really it in a nutshell. So uric acid, guys, high uric acid is a big problemo. It is. And doctors, like I said, if you don't have gout or they're not suspicious of gout, they rarely ever take your uric acid. So what am I saying to you? Ask your doctor, not for medication, like the commercials tell us. Ask your doctor, I want to get my uric acid levels tested. I want to know what my uric acid is, in spite of the fact that you don't have gout. Of course, if you have gout, doctors will check your uric acid. But like I said, the vast majority of people do not, even with high levels of uric acid, do not have gout, but they have insulin resistance. They have insulin resistance. Okay, now, what does uric acid do, by the way? Okay, it's a byproduct. Okay, it's a metabolic byproduct. Everybody has uric acid. Everybody. It's whether it's in the normal range or not. If you have high levels of uric acid, there's a couple of things that are happening. One, your kidneys are not flushing out. So 90% of the time when you have high levels of uric acid, it's not that you're making too much of it. It's that your body can't flush it out. That's about 90% of the time at the kidney level. Okay, now I'm going to bring you back to kidneys and how they function. Two things. When I talk about your kidneys, I always talk about two things. One, right? One, water. Drink water, and only water is water. Kidneys, the Niagara Falls in your body, right? Your kidneys, they flush out uric acid. And 90% of the time when your uric acid levels are high, Your kidneys are not flushing them out. One, you're not drinking enough water. Now, the sweet spot for water is 2 liters, 64 ounces. Even with uric acid, if you find out your uric acid is high, I even would recommend you go higher than 2 liters. Go to 3 liters a day. Okay? Make sure you're taking electrolytes. Put some salt. Because you don't want to pee all that out when you're drinking 3 liters. I like, you know me, I like a pinch of salt anyways in your water. It's good for you. Now, so what happens? Uric acid. Okay, let's bring it back. One, first step, insulin. Insulin resistance makes your kidneys, okay, hold on to uric acid. It holds on to uric acid. Water. Plus, of course, lower your carbs. You and carbs don't get along. So lower them. It's not red meat. It's not purines. It's not. It's insulin. And the biggest driver of that insulin is high fructose corn syrup, which is found in, they couch it with 99 different names in foods. It's in cereal, it's in ketchup, it's in soda, it's in almost middle aisles of your grocery store. You see any sugar added, I can tell you, you can bet your boots it's a fructose. And the high fructose corn syrup that the food industry created. That's why we see so much uric acid. And that's why I want it as a biomarker for you. Okay? When it's elevated. And here's some of the things that uric acid is linked to. Elevated uric acid. High blood pressure. Think of kidneys. What happens when those kidneys are stressed? Your BP goes up. Your BP goes up. Blood pressure. Blood sugar. Okay, we talked about that. High uric acid is associated with high blood pressure, kidney stress, memory problems. Uric acid will affect your memory. But again, let's go to the root cause of even elevated levels of uric acid. Okay? Uric acid is hard on your heart. Okay. All right, what else did I want to say? Cognitive, blood pressure. Oh, by the way, fat storage. It increases fructose. Think about it. Fructose. What do bears, how do bears get ready for winter? What do they eat? You guys should know this, okay? It's not closed book, but somebody just, what do bears eat to get ready for hibernation? Waiting. Well, the scroll's not moving, so maybe it's not you guys, it's me. Okay, let me see. Annette, both bad. Okay, wait a minute. Marianne. Okay, berries, Tina. Okay, you got the first one. Blueberries. 1 year, okay, because my sister is very funny. Okay, she says to me, we got so many bears. She lives in Timmins, Ontario. Okay? She said, we got so many bears in Timmins, they're buying condos. Anyway, I found that to be hilarious. Well, we got lots of blueberries in Northern Ontario. Okay? And those wild blueberries of Northern Ontario, and I know Quebec has them too. Oh, they're the best in the world, guys. Grocery store blueberries are nothing compared to the blueberries we get in Northern Ontario. I mean, they are gold, and you pay just to when somebody goes and picks them for you. It's almost like you're buying a gold bar. I mean, it is but it's labor intensive. And, I remember as a kid, getting a basket of blueberry with nothing, but not today. You pay. But anyway, they are good. But you see, a bear eats up to, listen, Linda, a bear will eat up to 30,000 blueberries a day before hibernation. What? 30,000 blueberries a day. Are you kidding me? But you see, fructose, blueberries equals fructose, and fructose is fat storage. Okay? Fructose increase uric acid. And the worst thing you can do with fructose is drink it. Bears don't drink it. Okay? But we humans, we're not supposed to drink fructose. We can eat fructose because you're never going to eat 30,000 blueberries in a day. But don't drink it. Now, you can add a few berries into a Dr. Martin Perfect smoothie, okay? Go for it. Nothing wrong with that. But I don't want people drinking orange juice. Oh, Dr. Martin, it's Tropicana. I don't care. It ain't no good for you. It's going right to your liver. Fructose goes whoosh, to the liver. And your body stores it as fat. Okay? So elevated uric acid, elevated oftentimes fatty liver, stress on the kidneys. But you go to the root cause and you're getting fructose, which really increases now remember, high fructose corn syrup really increases insulin resistance, even worse than sugar. Okay? Got the memo now why I want uric acid as part of metabolic syndrome, and I mean it. I really think down the road that there's so much science behind uric acid, if they really look at it, that they will start to add it as a biomarker for metabolic syndrome. Okay. So what happens if you have high uric acid? What ought you to do? Well, obviously, cut out the fructose. You want to eat an orange? I don't care, but don't drink it. You want to eat an apple? I don't care, but don't drink it. Don't drink it. Cut out. You know how many people I was able to fix with insulin resistance, metabolic syndrome? They were on the Titanic, and how many people, it wasn't, food, obviously. But a lot of times it was just getting, and this was usually men. I want you to drink coffee. Okay. And drink water. What? I don't like water. I don't care if you don't like water. I want you to drink it. And their uric acid would go down. Because they were drinking soda. They were drinking America and Canada's favorite drink. You know what the America's and Canada's favorite drink is? It's not coffee. It's orange juice. How stupid is that? People like orange juice. Okay, but it ain't good for you. You're not supposed to drink orange juice. God wanted you to eat an orange, not drink it. Okay, so back to uric acid. What do we do? Obviously, cut back, and especially those high fructose corn syrup, middle aisles of your grocery store, lay off, stop. Do the reset. It's amazing how your uric acid levels will go down. Okay? Drink more water. We already got into that. Drink coffee. Do you know that coffee actually lowers uric acid? It does? Yeah. It does. The real vitamin C. Okay? The real vitamin C. Okay, so flush the kidneys, empty the liver. And I love with uric acid, because there's such good research on this, is quercetin. Quercetin is very, very good to lower uric acid. Okay? And I've seen studies of 500 to about 1,200 milligrams of quercetin. It does 4 things to lower it actually lowers uric acid, because it affects an enzyme that helps you keep to elevate, your uric acid. It's an anti-inflammatory. Quercetin is very anti-inflammatory. This you can say this about coffee too. Okay. Quercetin it boosts your kidney function. Remember, kidneys are very much involved with uric acid, because if you have insulin resistance, your kidney function, it doesn't work as much. Okay. And it improved. You know what quercetin does too? All of these things, by the way, coffee does too. I love it. It increases, quercetin increases your insulin sensitivity. I get sensitive about insulin sensitivity. Okay, I like that word. Sensitivity. You want to increase your insulin sensitivity at the cellular level. Not resistance, sensitivity. Okay. Okay. And, you hear about cherries and, cherries because of quercetin. And there's other things. But I like that. I like drinking coffee and quercetin, okay? And drink a lot of water. Flush. And, at the end of the day, remember that high fructose corn syrup, the antichrist of sugars. It really is terrible stuff. And I've been preaching this since the 1980s when they invented it. Terrible stuff. Found in all your sodas. Terrible stuff. Okay. And a lot of people, by the way, they go to the coffee shop and they get these specialized drinks. Guys, don't touch that stuff with a 100-foot pole. Okay. Okay, that was a uric acid lesson. Okay. What's Friday? Q&A. Okay. Q&A. Don't forget. Friday's Q&A. Okay, guys, we love you dearly, sincerely, and all the other ways. We really do. Okay. Send in your questions to info@martinclinic.com. To our USA friends watching us today, including you, Brahim, our product is being made in the USA. It's just getting to the last steps of FDA compliance, and we're going to have some good news. So I know it's been tough. It's been out of our control, guys, and we're just trying to, we have to get our product made. Look, in Canada, it's business as usual. Okay, there's no problem there. All the products are made in Canada, but in the United States, all our formulas are being made here and coming to a theater near you, and it'll be very soon. Okay, we're just waiting for the FDA to give us that final approval. Love you guys. Talk to you soon.